Here I am at my local Harbor Freight. Let's mask up and go see what we can find. Y'all really seem to enjoy my last Harbor Freight for crafting video, and you had some great suggestions in the comments. I'm going to leave a link to that video in the description below, but I wanted to share some of the things that y'all told me that we should get. So this one is just $5.99. It's this little plastic box, and inside it there's more plastic boxes. This would be perfect for sequins and little beads and things that you don't want moving around, falling around everywhere. That is a great crafting item. There are lots of little plastic boxes. So this one's $4.99 for organization, and you can move the little dividers around. A little bit bigger for $7.99 right there, the large organizer. Those are always so much fun for your little crafting things. For $2.99 you can get the little one. So some great deals. $3.99 for another one here at my local Harbor Freight. All of these little containers were designed for nails and screws and washers and things, since, you know, this is a hardware store, but we can definitely take those things and use them in the craft room. That big one I actually have in my room. I spray painted it pink. This yellow one has drawers that slide out, so that would be really cool. Drawers are a little bit bigger for a little bit bigger items. This one is super cheap. It's only, I believe, $2.99. And you can have all kinds of little things in there. So many different options when it comes to storage here at Harbor Freight, and they're all very inexpensive for storing all those little crafty pieces that, of course, all of us have. Now, these are like some desk drawer organizers, and I thought those would be pretty cool. These drawer dividers are actually pretty large and have nice little compartments and sections. The stackable parts storage is right here. I used to use these to hold my markers flat. Now we move on to lights, and I liked these little LED lights that you could put under cabinets and things, help light up your space. They have little copper wire lights with a remote, so you could do some really crafty things with that. The LED tape light, little push lights, all kinds of different lights that you can use for your craft projects as well as for decorating your craft room. I think some of those are some great shapes. Now this section of the store I thought is kind of funny. It's all kinds of weird things, from can crushers to pans to potato slicers, things for the kitchen, gift ideas, bathroom scales. It's just kind of this weird section where I guess they thought people who shop at a tool store might like these other things as well. So we're going to put them in here and see if anybody buys them. Now we're getting into the carts, and these carts y'all recommended. My husband has one out in his shop, one of these. They're $50, but they're like at least twice, if not larger than twice as big as the little carts you get at the craft stores. Some more gift ideas. These are for kids. You've got drones and you've got some dinosaur things, and I just think it's kind of funny that all of these other things are at Harbor Freight too. I guess you're at the hardware store and you realize you need to buy presents for other people. It's a one-stop shop. Now we have the glue guns, the super glue, the tape, the staples, all the things to attach things to other things. And they're right here at Harbor Freight, which I have a Harbor Freight in town and I don't have a craft store in town. I also saw all these rulers, the metal rulers. Those are really great for card making, and I've used the triangles. Here is some of the storage options. So this desk, several of you recommended that you have it in your craft room. It comes as this unfinished wood, and it has like felt lined drawers inside, and you could stain this and finish this, and this would look beautiful actually in a craft room. Some of you mentioned this beautiful wood toolbox. It's $85. It's a little bit more expensive, but it almost looks like a jewelry box. It's wood, the drawers are lined with felt, and you could definitely use this and have a more pretty look in your craft room. Next we have kind of the Toolbox Carts. They're a little pricier, but I could see if you have a small craft space and maybe a closet where you can roll your cart in and pull it out, these would be perfect for something like that, and they come in almost every color of the rainbow, so you can get them to match your craft room. Sometimes it's the little things. So these little clips I actually really love. I use them to hold things together when glue is drying. I think they're great. So now we're getting into some more of the tool chest. This is a very nice one. It's over $300, but it has a nice wood top, has lots of drawers that I like how the drawers are shallow because a lot of our craft supplies get lost if you have deeper drawers. All kinds of tool cabinets in different colors. I know my sister-in-law has one in her craft room, and it works out just wonderfully because she's got so much storage right there in just one. So, you know, why do these have to be out in the garage? Why can't we put them inside of our craft rooms? So many choices here and so many fun colors as well. And here's a stackable parts rack. All right, so I love this little canvas tote, and I actually bought one, and I'm going to make a craft about it. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can see what I do with that little canvas bag. Here are all kinds of other cases. So different types like bags. I've heard a lot of you say that a bag like this is with wheels is great to put your sewing machine in or your cutting machine in. Those rectangular boxes my sons actually use for their little models that they make, and then they paint and put in those boxes and carry them around, and they're protected with the foam. So lots of different things that you can use with the craft room. Now these are great. Y'all have all told me about the little magnetic bowls and dishes, and they come in different sizes, and you can spray paint them if you don't like the look. And I found them in different spots in the store as I was shopping. And then y'all also mentioned like the magnetic poles so that you can pick up things that fall. Then I found the paracord and the rope section, not too expensive, and definitely some paracord crafts. And I picked up some of the, actually I don't remember now which one I bought, but I am going to be doing a craft with those coming along soon. Of course, we have to plug in all of our tools, and so there are lots of extension cords and things, because I don't know about you, but I'm always needing an extra power strip or extension cord to plug in my hot glue guns and my die cutting machines and, you know, all the things. And so this is a great place to get those. For $3.99, you can pick up this little plant stand type thing. It's just on wheels, and it's a little piece of wood so you can put something heavy on it and move it around. So I got one of those. They also have canvas drop cloths, and I bought some of that, and I have some plans for that. So again, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell, so when I get those crafts created, you'll be able to watch and see what I do with all these things. And they do come in different sizes here and different thicknesses. And of course, we can't forget about the paintbrushes. They have paintbrushes. They've got the little foam brushes. Very cheap prices, as you can see there. They've got little watercolor type brushes. I like these little silver brushes. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I use them even with acrylic paints in my craft projects. They've got these chip brushes. They've got sets of those. If you have, you know, they're just cheap enough that you could use them once and not clean them and just throw them away if you're feeling a little lazy. I found these tire covers, and I have an idea. I didn't get them yet, but I might go back. They have pegboard hooks, and I have a pegboard in my craft room, so this is a great place to get your hooks. And as my trip comes to a close to Harbor Freight, I went back to the other sections and got some of the supplies that I knew I would be using in upcoming future crafts. I didn't buy a whole lot at Harbor Freight. Actually, I got this bag free, which I'm actually thinking about putting in my car to hold tools and necessities. And to get this bag free, the coupon I had said I had to spend $24.99. So I spent, you know, like $28, I think, on everything. So I got this drop cloth. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I loved the linen texture. I think it would make cute pillows. It might also make a cute floor covering, but I'm not sure where I would put a floor covering right now. Of course, I got this canvas bag, and I'm about to go stick it in my washing machine and get all the sizing and stuff out of it so that I can transform it. I got one of these little dollies, which would be perfect for putting like a plant on, making a plant stand, or some kind of crafting supplies. And I got myself a little razor blade because I never had one. And I got the cheapest little rope that they had, but the colors are red and white, which goes perfectly with my kitchen decor. So I got a plan for this. Until next time, toodles!